What in the world happened to Will Levis against the Bears in week 1? I'll show you the good, bad, and ugly on today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome into another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and I've been the host of the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast in the world, Locked On Titans, for 5 seasons running. I'm also a certified film junkie, breaking down the X's and O's with you guys all year long. In today's film breakdown, we're going to look at what in the world happened to Will Levis in week 1 against the Bears. It was one of the worst quarterback performances we have seen in recent Titans history, and that is saying a lot. But there's also some good in there for Will Levis as well. So I'm going to start with some of the things that concern me, but then also show some of the things that should give Titans fans a little bit more hope than maybe you would think going forward. Before we dive into today's breakdown, do want to make sure to tell you to get subscribed, stay subscribed. I'm going to have year-round, day-by-day film content on the Tennessee Titans right here on the channel. Make sure that you throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a tighten up down in the chat. And with that being said, let's step into the film room. So if we're going to talk about the Will Levis bad in this game, we have to start with that god-awful pick 6. So setting the situation here, there's less than 8 minutes left in the game. It's 3rd and 6. All right, right before this, the Titans threw a little short out route on the left-hand side to Tyler Boyd, and they're literally trying to run exactly that again. You're going to get a deep out route from Josh Wiley right here, and then Tyler Boyd is basically going to run some version of a choice route. I don't know if he's got an inside-out look or if that's just how he's looking to make it look, but he kind of shimmies right here, and then he darts to the outside. And the Titans literally ran the same concept the play before this to get about 6-7 yards, so they're trying to do it again on 3rd and 6. That makes sense. What the Bears end up doing is the Bears actually bring a pressure. So they're going to bring Kyler Gordon on the slot blitz right here, and they're going to have this guy and this guy against these two linemen and Tony Pollard. And basically, Tony Pollard comes up a little too quickly on his block, and it creates a lane for Kyler Gordon to get through. But, you know, it's 3rd and 6. Whether you take the sack or whether you throw an incompletion, you're punting either way. It doesn't have to be an incompletion there. Like, it just doesn't need to be. If it's incomplete, you got to punt. If you take the sack, you got to punt. So, I don't quite understand. Look, I get Tyler Boyd right here. You might have a little something on that. Levis gets pressure too quickly. But, you know, we can take a sack. We could take, and look, you know, you want to talk. Let's do this. If you wanted to say what would be the perfect play on this, well, rather than drifting left towards the pressure, which Levis does throughout, and we'll look at that a little bit more in the next few plays, he could step up and hit this backside in route from Calvin Ridley that's literally wide open, okay? Now, the linebacker's down here, but he's too low. If you can't make that throw, I don't know what else to say. Now, that's probably not part of the progression here. Realistically, you're probably reading 1, 2, or, you know, probably Tyler Boyd 1 and then Wiley 2. Either way, he's just looking over to the left side and taking whichever guy is open. So I get if you don't work to the backside right here. But I would argue that if you know that the pressure is coming and that's why you're sliding over here this way, then wouldn't you also know that the pressure's coming and this man could be open? You know, it's like, how could you know one without knowing the other? But quarterbacking's hard. Who am I to say? Reality is Levis is probably just working this side. All right, fair enough. Just work that side. What we can't do is we could take a sack. We could take an intentional grounding. We can lose that. We can't do that. And some people are giving Levis crap for doing the surrender cobra on his knees, but he wasn't getting up and catching any of those guys. Like, I get just being in absolute despair right there for what just happened. You know, like, I'm not going to criticize that. That just seems a bit absurd. Now, again, the pressure concept by the Bears, they drop 53 out after showing, and that holds Rupsich right here. And then Tony Pollard comes up to get the blitzing linebacker, and then NPF is on the outside guy, but that means Rupsich is pinned inside, and Gordon can get into this gap to get pressure. But Levis seeing that and then saying, okay, I got to get over to the other side. Like, if you see that pressure, I would think you would go to Ridley. Again, you're probably just reading the left side, but I guess I don't quite understand. I don't know what exactly they're telling him to do. I'm not there. So he kind of fades into the pressure, which then creates desperation and then makes that decision. It's just unacceptable. You can't do that. So our second play here is the missed post to Calvin Ridley. They're going to bring Traylon Burks in motion on the orbit motion. And then what they're going to do is they're going to bring Tyler Boyd over the middle. And they're going to have Calvin Ridley on the fly route. I don't know if Levis pulls him in to make it more posty looking, but I'm pretty sure it's just a fly route, go route down the outside. On this play, I guess Levis misses this throw. Now, there's a little bit of contact from Darrell Taylor right there, and I personally, when I saw this, I thought that contact right there on Levis is what made the throw underthrown and short. But Levis talked like that wasn't the problem there, that he didn't get contacted. I don't know. Brian Callahan also said that he got a little bit of contact on that, so I don't know if Levis was just trying to not be an excuse maker. But really what perplexes me here is, and I don't even know if this is Will Levis's fault, so I feel bad putting this in the Will Levis was bad section, because he's probably being coached to do this. And look, I am not saying that I know more than Brian Callahan about what to do. All I can say is that this looks wonky to me. This looks a little weird. I don't know that I've seen a lot of people. Look how he holds his body forward and does this, and then flips his feet. And he also goes more to the outside of the pocket rather than the middle of the pocket. And he gets closer. It's like the last play. He actually gets closer to the defense. I guess I don't understand that. Play action, and look how he goes out this way, out here, rather than back right here in the middle of the pocket. That has to be coached, right? That has to be by design. And what I don't understand is you're pulling Lloyd Cushenberry out here on a pull on the play action and having him take the edge rusher, which is fine. I like that design. I love when teams do things like that. I love when the Titans do stuff like that. But why would you intentionally design Will Levis to go this way closer to that? When there's so much room out here. I don't know the answers to that, and I'm not going to pretend like I know more than the people who did that. But if Will Levis is here instead of here, not only does he not get pressured on the throw at all, but he also is closer to the throw, and maybe he can lead it more down the field rather than inside. You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't. Why did that happen? That should be a touchdown. That is a monster play that needs to hit for the Titans. Those are the things that build chemistry. Those are the plays that open up games. And I guess I don't understand why he slanted to the left like that, closer to the pressure. I guess I'll never know the truth, but it is curious. It's definitely curious. So this one, again, is another question for me on his launch point. I don't know why we're seeing the last two. The first one looked like he decided to drift away from the pressure. The last one looked like it was designed for him to do that. But this one looks like it's his decision as well. And again, I'm not a quarterback guru. I'm not pretending to be anywhere close to the people who are designing this offense and calling these plays. But it's just, all I can say is I don't see stuff like this a lot from quarterbacks. So what you're going to have is You're going to have Josh Wiley on kind of a sit-down route right here, a little out sit-down route. And then Calvin Ridley is going to come on a deep in. I think that's what he's reading. Will Levis looks this way the entire time. And I guess what I'm most concerned about here is if this is Will Levis's decision, look where he's at in the pocket right now. Look where he's at right now. Okay? Watch him bounce. Where's the everyone watching? Where is the open space? Right here. Open space is right here. Watch how he bounces both of his feet out like this. It's weird. I guess I don't see quarterbacks do this. So he does weird footwork to me. Bam. Look at that. How he puts them real out wide. And he goes towards the pressure. If he simply stays right here without bouncing out towards the guys coming after him, look at this pocket. Look at right here. Look at all this. Why would he not, if he wanted to bounce somewhere, why would he not take a bounce step where there's nobody and there's no immediate threat, and that would give him enough time to hit a wide open Calvin Ridley coming in here with Stevenson 3 or 4 yards off of him. Watch him bounce his feet right here. Bam. Why are we doing that? I really don't know. I don't know more about playing quarterback than Will Levis or Brian Callahan or anybody involved in the NFL, quite honestly. I don't pretend to be that, but I just have questions. I just have questions about why. Like, that's weird to me. I don't see that a lot. Watch the bounce. Bam. Why? It's just curious. That's weird footwork that I don't see from quarterbacks often when I'm watching film. Like that big of a leap with your feet. Because you got to keep your feet underneath you at all times in case you need to throw. So taking that big of a leap step, I don't know. I don't know if it's right, wrong, but I just don't see that very often. And you do it towards the pressure. Go to your right. Take the step here and nail it over the middle to your best wide receiver on an open dig route. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, this is more worrisome to me than like the pick six even. The pick six is like a crazy boneheaded decision, and Will Levis called it that himself. It's like one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But that is like something where you're like, never do anything like that again. And there's a good chance that like you won't see a mistake that bad. But this stuff, this floating in the pocket towards the left-hand side, like that is, why are you doing that at all? You know, that's the stuff that I'm more concerned about than like the weird decisions, which I'm also concerned about, but I'm much more concerned about these like down-to-down pocket movement things. Okay, the worst thing here is that this is the very next play. So we've seen the decision-making. We've seen the pocket movement. Now we're going to see an accuracy issue. So Brian Callahan talked about this play in his press conference, and he said that it was 3rd and long, and it was 3rd and 15, and you don't have a lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 15. So he wanted to call a play with a deep route to Calvin Ridley and told Will, you know, if it's anywhere close, if it's one-on-one, just let it rip. So Calvin Ridley, the only route that we're really worried about at all right now on this play is this deep route. So maybe you take the chance of your speed guy winning one-on-one. You got the matchup you want in Tyreek Stevenson, not one of their top 2 best cornerbacks. This is the matchup I talked about last week in my game plan episodes. So you have the matchup. It looks like cover 4. You get the coverage you want, one-on-one. Calvin Ridley runs by Tyreek Stevenson, and we are just way too far out of bounds on the throw. It's just not, it's not close. You don't give your guy a chance. Oh, Calvin Ridley beats him. Look at that. Boom. Look at that speed going by. Here, let me do this. Let me help the whole congregation out here so you can see Calvin Ridley. But look at him burn past. Bump, 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 go. Turbo. He wins. If I'm even, I'm leaving. And with Will Levis's arm strength, this is the kind of stuff that the Titans should be able to have success on more often than most teams would. It's a low-chance play because it's such a deep play. It's one-on-one, make a play. But the Titans should have success with this exact scenario more often than other teams. And if they don't, then that's not good, you know? And Levis is not even close, man. And this is the play after, the exact play after the last play that we watched where he jumped with his feet out to the left. So, like, confidence is rattled right now, obviously. I mean, look how far that lands out of bounds. It's like tennis. I need the judge's ruling. It's on the line, on the inside, on the bench side of the sideline. You know, like, it's not close. You can really see it from this angle. Let me put me back to normal here. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my. That is not close. Not even giving him a shot. That's a touchdown if that's even close, man. So, again, we could talk about the decision-making. I didn't even put the second pick in here because it's 4th and 10 in the fourth quarter. He's going for it. You know what I mean? But we could talk about the decision-making on that pick 6. But the drifting in the pocket and the inaccuracy is really what stood out to me most from week 1 against the Chicago Bears. All right, now, there was some good from Will Levis in this game as well, and we're going to talk about that for balance sake. We're going to start with his only touchdown throw of the day to Chigakonkwo, the birthday boy. Looked at this in the Tic Tac 4-pack, so we'll go quick right here. We got Chigakonkwo at tight end right next to Calvin Ridley. Ridley is going to run a post route here, and then you are going to have Chigakonkwo run the corner route against the Bears on the bottom side. Traylon Burks just does like a little whip inside. Tyler Boyd comes on the in route as well. But this play from Will Levis is what makes Will Levis Will Levis. He gets hit, but still delivers a ball to give his man a chance to make a play on it. And Chigakonkwo makes an excellent play on the ball. His adjustment is really the magical play. But you can see there's pressure coming right here from DeMarcus Walker. He kind of slips inside J.C. Latham, who got beat inside quite a bit in this game. Skoronski wasn't strong enough to hold him off, which happened quite a bit in this game. And despite Will Levis taking contact, he throws this up to Chigakonkwo. And you'll see Chig basically is ahead of his man, and the ball's a little underthrown because of the contact, and Chig jumps back to the ball behind the defender to make the play on it. So this is good from Will Levis to take the contact and still give his guy a shot, but also need a good play from your guy, and Chigakonkwo delivers that. Great catch. Like, you can see DeMarcus Walker, former Titan, inside move on J.C. Latham. Skoronski looks to help Cushenberry and then decides it's better to go help J.C. Latham. And he's right, but it's a bit too late. Oh, got to get over there. Oh, no. Too late. Now he's taking all of us to the quarterback's lap. Levis has to kind of fall back on it, throws it up, and again, just a phenomenal play by Chigakonkwo, really. This is a bit of a risky ball, but hey, giving your guy a shot, it's first and goal from the 17. Look at that catch by Chig. Good stuff. Our second good play from Levis is towards the end of the game, and this might be my favorite throw that Levis had all day long. So first and foremost, before we get into the throw and what the Titans do, this is an elaborate defense by the Chicago Bears, and I will admit, I don't even know what to call this. Like, I call it split field coverage, where they're running different coverages split down the half field. Like, that's just me trying to describe it to you. That's obviously not the technical term. You got Kyler Gordon with man coverage, and then you got the outside corner with man coverage. Should be Jalen Johnson over there. And then this safety back here, Jaquan Brisker, he's got, like, deep half, I want to call it, like a cover 2. He's like deep half over on this side, but he's aligned a little inside. Kevin Byard drops down, and then Tyreek Stevenson pulls out and is like deep half on this side. I guess. And then Kevin Byard comes down, and when he comes down, he's more of like a hook defender, or maybe you want to say, he's a flat curl defender. Either way is fine. But playing like invert cover 2 with backside man, I don't know what to call that. I'm not Matt Eberflus. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to call that. Again, I'm not going to be able to tell you what I don't cover the Bears like that, but I don't even know what to call this. It's so elaborate. But watch Will Levis see the coverage and strike a throw to Calvin Ridley. The Titans run an out with Chikakonkwo, and then Calvin Ridley runs a corner route, and Will Levis identifies the coverage on this half of the field. It's a 2-route read for him. You're going underneath or you're going over the top. When Byard comes underneath like that and it's one-on-one, Ridley runs an awesome, awesome route to get open as well, and Levis takes an absolute shot and still delivers an incredible ball. Woo. Do you see the route from Calvin Ridley? Watch. Bends inside, plants the inside foot, and snaps it. Leaves him flat-footed. What a route by Calvin Ridley. And look at Will Levis right now in a friendship hug with a Bears defensive lineman. Thank you, Andrew Rupsich, for that. But while that's happening, delivering this throw. What a route by Calvin Ridley, too. Boom. Perfect throw. He can turn up field still. Huge completion. That's the kind of stuff that, as a Titans fan, if you can get the bad taste out of your mouth from the game in general, plays like this fire you up. Calvin Ridley looked awesome in this game. Tony Pollard looked awesome in this game. The Titans had some excellent reps of run blocking in this game. So there is still a lot to like if you can get the bad taste of the bad out of your mouth. But again, the shot Will Levis takes. Andrew Rupsich is in for Dylan Radins at this time, and watch Rupsich get beat. Oop, see ya. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Oh, look. Boom. Oh, my God. Is that a choke slam? Is that the Undertaker? Oh, my God. Bam. Oh, what a ball. What a ball by Will Levis. So our third play from Levis here, I really like this play. It's not quite as amazing as the previous throw, but it is pretty great, and it is quarterbacking, is what I would say. This is Will Levis quarterbacking. So the Titans have 3rd and 15, all right? And Calvin Ridley is just going to run a stop route. He's going to get across the first down marker, and he's going to run a stop route. You got basically the same thing from everybody else. Boyd comes a little bit short. Burks comes a little bit short. You got some chips and releases, chip and release over here. But what Levis does with his eyes is what's really pretty special stuff. So he's going to look outside right now. Right now, even though Calvin Ridley is about to bend inside, Levis is looking right here. And you know how I know? Watch this safety right here. Jump. He just takes a jump step to the outside because Levis flicks his eyes to the outside. And the safety takes a jump step, and it opens up just enough room right here for Calvin Ridley to catch this ball and get the Titans a first down. This is quarterbacking. Do you see the jump by Kyler Gordon? Bam. Just that one step right there. That one step, that one jump step. Bam. That's enough room. That is enough room to throw that ball in there. So, that's quarterbacking right there. And the connection with Calvin Ridley, while it could have been better, was still good. You know what I mean? 3 catches, 50 yards. Had an opportunity to have a touchdown. Boom. You could see Levis's head snap a little bit. Outside. See, right now outside, and then look where the ball goes. Not quite a no-look pass, but he's using his eyes to manipulate the defense. Excellent. All right, so our final good play from Will Levis, and these weren't the only ones. There were other good plays. He had a run play that I really liked, a couple of short completions, one to Calvin Ridley, one to Tyler Boyd that I thought were really well-timed throws, accurate throws. So there was other good stuff. But the final one we're going to talk about today is just a great job reading the defense. He just reads the defense so well on this one. So if you look, Kyler Gordon, the talented Bears slot cornerback, is pressed up on Tyler Boyd. Okay? So that's the first thing that Levis is going to see. The route concept is a double slant. Traylon Burks on a slant, Tyler Boyd on a slant. All right, so right now you're thinking, okay, he's pressed up on him. Boyd can shimmy him and get inside of him, and there's space right here because the linebacker is on the other side of the ball. He's on the hash. So that's where I'm going, to Tyler Boyd right there. But Kyler Gordon falls back inside. You see that? Okay, Kyler Gordon, good player. How they're teaching him, good stuff. Because what he does right here is really smart. But Will Levis reads it, okay? So right now, you're Will Levis. You're like, okay, the slant isn't there anymore. I can't take that. I'm going to look to the top, okay? I'm going to look to that top slant. Well, watch sneaky Kyler Gordon, Spider-Man, try to bait Will Levis into an interception here. Look, like he's on the inside slant, but the whole time he's trying to bait Levis to throw this outside slant because he is ready to jump it. His hips are loaded the other way. He's not worried about the inside slant. Levis is looking outside now. He thinks that mentally he's got it, all right? But Levis sees it and reacts. Look, oh, I'm going to Burks. No, I'm not. Pull it back and then sling it in to Boyd. And let's talk about the ball location on the throw to Tyler Boyd here, because the location, look how he throws it. Down and in here. He keeps him away from the linebacker and gets him down so he's not too high to take a hit. This is an accurate ball. This is good ball placement. Little behind him, keeps him away from the linebacker. He's spinning this way now, away from the hit. And low, he's not taking this hit up here. That's good ball placement from Will Levis and a good read on the defense of what could have been a disastrous play because of really, really smart play from Kyler Gordon. Good stuff right there. Absolutely. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that film breakdown on Will Levis's performance in week 1. Look, again, the decision-making, the accuracy, the pocket movement, all concerning, no doubt about it. You can't say that they aren't. But Will Levis still very tough in the pocket, willing to make the throws, does have the arm strength. And when the Titans get a little more comfortable with the new offense and the new pieces, there's no telling how much better Will Levis and the team can get. It's only week 1 at the end of the day. But Will Levis isn't going to be able to do that if he doesn't get down. I didn't show it in this video, but 2 runs in this game where there's just no reason to take the hits that he takes. So that's something that has to get cleaned up. A lot to work on, but I'm going to be here to break it all down as the season unfolds. Again, make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed, throw a Titan up down in the chat, throw a thumbs up on the video. And if you want some Tic Tac Titans merch, there's a link for that down in the description. Would really appreciate that support. But that is going to do it for me today. I am your host, Tyler Rowland. Thank you for tuning in. And as I tell you guys every time, tighten up.